Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Powercast. Ladies' Night is back. Joe, how you doing?
Hello, Josh. I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Jenna, how are you?
I'm good.
And Lacey Pacey, how's it going?
Hey, doing well. Hope everyone else is doing great.
Doing amazing. Well, we have a fun night. We've been absent for a few weeks now, so we've got a few things to catch up on. One of them being Pocket Camp. Another, getting some highlights from the most recent direct, which I know was a little bit ago. And then we're gonna just talk all about Mario Party. I've been able to play Mario Party Jamboree. We're going to do a little Q&A. We're also going to talk about some of our favorite Mario parties, maybe some of our favorite mini games, and just go from there. So to kick us off, I think, Joe, you were probably the most upset about Pocket Camp. Oh, that was so
Yeah.
Go ahead and let us know, how do you feel about the Pocket Camp shutting down?
Oh my God, I'm so upset. And like the fact that we had just talked about it like the week before or the week of on Ladies' Night, and I was gushing about it, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope, bye-bye. Yeah, that was not fun for me. That was very, very heartbreaking because like I said in the last segment of Ladies' Night, Pocket Camp has played a huge part of my adult life, and I have a lot of good memories with it, like of when I was starting college, my first semesters when it came out. And I think I actually looked, and I started playing it 3 days after it came out. So I'm really an OG when it comes to Pocket Camp.
That's amazing. And I mean, you're still kind of playing it off and on, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, especially now that that they announced that they're getting rid of it, I'm playing it so much more, and I think a lot of people are because it's so weird. Okay, so the way that you become friends with someone on Pocket Camp is, it could be like one of you guys, and I'm like, hey, here's my friend code, and you can like send me a friend request, or I could send you a friend request. But and there's a few people that I have on that way. None of them really play anymore, but the other way is that like they have a few different locations you can go to like fish and pick up fruit and catch bugs. And on those like different areas of the map, there'll be a random like NPC standing there, and you can like click on them and add them as a friend. So I have so many random people in my friends list who have either found me on, the island or by the beach fishing, and they just like came to visit my campsite and were like, "Oh, cool," and added me, or I added them. And even though these are people I've like, you can't chat with them or anything. I've never spoke to these people. I don't know where they're from. I don't know anything about them. All you can do is visit their campsite, water their plants when flowers are growing, and send them gifts. And even then, it's like I feel like I'm losing my friends by Pocket Camp shutting down. I'm like, I've never spoken to these people, but I'm so upset. I'm not going to be able to like play with them anymore, And even one of my friends, so I was supposed to go to a different college that I went to, but I had went through the whole process of um like I put down my deposit and everything, and I had a roommate, and my roommate, who I don't really speak to her too much anymore. I haven't reached out to her in a while, but we bonded on Pocket Camp. And even to this day, like literally today, I sent her a gift on Pocket Camp and watered her flowers. Like, even though I don't think I've spoken to her in about like 2 years at this point. It's just like, I don't know. It's just there's a sense of keeping connected with people. And I know that they're going to bring back the app, like a paid version of the app, but there won't be like the online aspect. And I'm like, I just don't know how that's going to be. I have no idea what their plans are for that, but am I going to buy it? Probably. Is it going to be worth it? I don't know, but I've put so much time and effort into that app that I feel like I can't lose all the progress that I have. You know what I mean? But anyway, sorry for rambling on about Pocket Camp.
It's
I'm
the end
just
of an
upset.
era.
Yeah,
Really?
I have that written down.
Oh,
I'm so sad.
It really is. It really is like that. I honestly can't believe how much time I have in a Pocket Camp, and they did some things very right in that game that I wish
Yeah.
they had moved over into New Horizons
I
that
totally
we
agree.
Yeah.
that we didn't see.
Definitely.
So, and I'm hopeful that as the community is so hungry for anything Animal Crossing that we not only see a new game on the Switch 2, but that we would see another mobile game of some
Well,
kind.
that's what I was thinking. Maybe they are stopping it to maybe hopefully bring out a new game, but I doubt it. But that's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping for. Like, please.
Yeah, it's interesting because that they have something so established for so long, but at the same time, they could add a lot of things that were in New Horizons to Pocket Camp also,
Right.
and make it more of a less. I do think, and I think some of it has to do with like what's happened in the EU with online like purchases and like gotcha games and that kind of stuff. Like they've had to modify the way some of the purchases work and like guaranteeing that people get things and it's not just like spending money without like only getting duplicate items and things like that. So I
Right.
do wonder if part of it is just a brand new looking at a brand new monetization strategy as well, and seeing like just how hungry people are for this series could very well be a factor in seeing something new, or at least I hope.
I mean, I really don't know what their plan is for the paid version of the app that they're working on, but
Yeah.
I hope it's good. You know.
Agreed. Yeah, and I mean it sounds like it's going to be the same game, just with less.
Yeah. And
aw.
that's sad.
Yeah.
And like how much do you think it would be?
It'll probably. I'm just
£5?
guessing $10.
Mm.
And
Just-
is it going to be a subscription?
I don't believe so. No,
No, I think
it's
it's
just.
like a
Something-
one-time purchase.
Yeah.
No?
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not that expensive usually on the App Store, like for game. Well, some are, but I doubt it will be that expensive.
I mean,
So-
I have no experience with it. That's why I wanted to see what you guys
How
were
much, like,
guessing,
roughly, how much roughly did it like cost to buy stuff in it? Like, just like an estimate, just because it would
I-
probably be about the same as that, like about like roughly. I don't know.
I mean, they had like different subscriptions and stuff. Like I paid like $2.99 a month to $3.99 a month for the little like Happy Helper plan,
See, that's
which is
cheap.
embarrassing.
That's actually cheap though for like an in-game subscription. That's
Yeah,
good
but
price.
but
so
they
I'd
have
say it will be decent.
yeah, because they have other subscriptions too. Like they have a fortune cookie plan where you get like 5
Yeah.
ones a month.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
I had a few
that
fortune
is.
cookies.
Oh,
Yeah.
How
love
much
the
would
fortune
you
cookie.
pay? How much is too much?
Yeah.
I don't. That's the thing. I feel like for me, it doesn't exist because I think my progress in that game and
The limit
The-
does not exist.
yeah, and the limit does not exist. Like I have so
At
much
least it is.
love for it that
one time.
I just pay for it. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
The $10 price tag. I only say that based on Mario Run, which came out at $10 also. So
No, I mean that makes sense. I think that's a good guess. But again, like I've had no, like I didn't even know that there were like paid versions of apps and games that you can get. So when they said that, I'm like, how much would it be? Because I've never like seen something like that before. So knowing that game was about $10, it's hopefully likely it will be that much for the Pocket Camp.
$10 is like good realistically for a game that you're just paying for once, because you wouldn't really get like a good game on the Switch for $10. Like,
Right.
it feels so weird saying dollars. Why? Pounds.
You're American today.
I don't even know why I was saying dollars. It was like habit there.
I love it. Yeah, and the other thing is like they Mario Kart Tour went away, right? And there was no paid anything with that. It was just done. You can just keep playing the game. There's nothing new added to it. So I don't know if there is like, and the fact that they're not just charging, but they're going to kind of like go into detail on what it's going to be like. I don't know. I wonder if the monetization strategy isn't like, hey, buy this, but then we're going to have DLC packs for it because it is so popular still. Like, I don't know. I don't
know either.
I'm a little bit baffled. Like I mean, obviously they're a business, they're going to continue making money, but like all their other mobile games, they've either just shut down and turned them off, or they've just had them keep running and there's been no change. In this one, they're like, well, we're going to charge.
Shocked. Like, I actually was shocked because the amount of money they make from that game would be insane. Like, even I wasn't happy. That's why I never liked it, because it was like in-game payments, and I'm not a big fan of that. But like the amount of money you'd make from that,
and they probably make so
basically
much
free money.
You know,
Yeah.
Like I think I probably have a couple of friends who still pay like $2.99 a month because they just like never canceled it. You know what I mean? And that's just for one.
Yeah.
There's people who are probably paying for every single one of the subscriptions that you can have. So
I know, because I never thought they would ever get rid of it, because I thought that was the best thing they done. Like, it was so smart. It's such an easy way to make money. Like, that is actually smart from them. And then it's away. I'm like, what?
I'm
insane.
Well, hopefully the paid version is something worth picking up, worth playing, and will be a good time for you.
Well,
so.
I think I will. There's no shot that I'm not buying it. So
yeah,
once it's out, I'll be happy to talk about it on Ladies' Night and let y'all know if it's worth it.
It's probably
You'll be able to give us the full report.
People.
I will.
People that have like saves in the game, it's probably just for that. I'd highly doubt anyone will be buying it just to start, because I doubt you can even.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The fact that they're having people pay makes me wonder if they're not going to keep it going, or either that or the servers are relatively, because it's kind of an extensive game, right? Like, there's a lot of content in it.
Yeah, I feel like there is. There's definitely a lot of items, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff to it. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know how the data transfer over is going to be, you know? I'm kind of scared for that, to be honest. I've literally had like panic attacks when I've gotten new phones, and my iCloud account didn't transfer over.
Didn't transfer over 100%. Yeah.
And then finally I would figure it out, and I'm like, oh, my Pocket Camp is okay. We're good. Like, it's embarrassing, but
and that's why I kept my old phone as long as I did.
Oh yes, gotta love technology. You forget your all your authenticator codes on your old phone. You're like, well, that's gone now. That's fun.
This anymore.
Yeah, good times. So, okay, well, let's see. We'll get a little sound effect here as we move into talking about our highlights from the Direct. So the Direct is, a few weeks back now, a couple weeks back, and we've yet to have a chance to chat about it. So what were some highlights? I think I'll have Jenna kick us off with this one, because you've already pre-ordered some games, yeah?
I was thinking about it. I haven't actually yet, but I've got quite an extensive list. I didn't think I was actually that excited, but it seems like I am. I'm like really, really excited for My Sims. Like I could not be any more happy. I literally screamed when I saw it. Like that game is my life. I love it so much. It's so soon as well. So that's what I'm thinking about pre-ordering, but I don't think there's really a point. I can probably just buy it on the day when it comes out. But I don't know how to say this name, but I'm really excited to actually try this game. It looks so cool. Yakuza. I'm like trying.
Yakuza? Yeah,
Yakuza.
Yakuza.
If I saw it, it looks so cool, and I really want to try it. So I'm excited about that. And I actually got into Rune. I can't pronounce it
Yeah,
again.
Rune Factory.
Factory, yeah, I got into it like quite a while ago. And then I saw it as well. So I'm not excited about it, but it's a good game to come out. I'm so I'm so excited for the Shrek Power Wash.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
And obviously Goat Simulator, obviously, but I haven't even. And then Coffee Talk. Coffee Talk is amazing. It is so good, but it's like a game that it's just reading. Like it's really boring sometimes, but once you're like in the mood for it and actually sit down, it's such a good story. And
Well-
I'm not happy about Date Everything. It
Ah, I
needs
was
to
just gonna ask.
Oh my god.
No,
I
needs to leave.
definitely wrote that down.
I was nearly sick when I saw that. Needs to
I
go.
was just gonna ask if you were excited for Date Anything because I knew you weren't.
I wrote in capital letters, not happy about Date Everything. That's how not happy I am.
Real quick, can you is My Sims? I'm assuming it's an older game, been out on other platforms. Yeah.
It was on DS, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's on PC definitely now. Maybe it was Wii, I don't know. It was
Because it
one of
looks like Animal Crossing meets Sims. Is that kind of the idea?
It is so cute. I love it so much. But even just the wee avatar, the wee characters, like they're just so wholesome. I love it. It's like a childhood game for me.
Okay, so how does it compare to regular Sims? Like if you're a big fan of regular Sims, will you like this one?
Well, I love both, but they're definitely like completely different. Like Sims 4 compared to it is like a whole different game because I'd say people more play it for like the custom content and stuff and like the character customization and like building a house as such, like proper realism. But this is more like cartoony. But it's like I don't really know. It's kind of similar, obviously, 'cause it's Sims, but definitely if you're like looking for a game like The Sims 4, it's not the game you're looking for.
Okay,
But it is
that's what I was
very
kind of
good.
curious about.
Yeah.
But still good. Okay, good to know. Joe, how about you? What are your highlights or highlight from the direct?
Let's see. So what I did was as I watched, I took like screenshots of everything, and then I kept them in my phone until today when I looked back at it, and
Smart.
I was quite embarrassed at the screenshot I did take of Date Everything just because it was jarring, and I'm like these screenshots in my phone for weeks. Like thank God no one is looking at my phone because yeah, I was just like, what? Like I wasn't screenshotting things that I liked. I was screenshotting things that were
You are the talk
interesting. Yeah, that there's something to talk about. I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
there's definitely something to say about that.
Yeah, I'm like, yep, that is something. So that is something.
No, if I ever see anyone playing that, they're out of my friends list. That's it. Bye.
Oh no. All right.
Awful
Well,
game.
I'll buy it for Josh. He can play it.
Here we go.
Yeah, there we
It's
go.
a Josh game. It definitely is a Josh game.
I know he wants to date the cabinets.
And the toaster.
What
Oh,
about the
yeah.
electricity?
Oh yeah. Now my favorite was the one where it's just like the little white
Crippling
blob.
anxiety.
Yeah. With abs. the dark thoughts of your mind. I'm like, wow. Okay. That's
Lovely.
a little too relatable, but don't know how that's an object that you can date. But anyway,
Well, it's
we don't
everything.
What'd you say?
Literally. It's
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
literally.
Literally everything. Thought it would just be like objects. Nope, it's also your thoughts. Very
Yeah.
very interesting to say the least. I also said Shrek power washing because that was just I like watching people play the power washing simulator. It's just like calming. But now that it's Shrek, even better. I love Shrek. The goat simulator. I wrote that down because again, never seen the game before and never heard of it. Just thought it just looked funny as the heck to me. And I like goats. Goats are fun. I went to the zoo recently and I was very amused by the goats. So yeah, the goat game definitely stood out to me. And also the last one that really stood out to me that I was interested by was the fitness boxing. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
like,
it looks fun.
I wish I had a Switch and not a light because I'd want to be able to do that. I would literally cancel my gym membership. Like I could do everything at home
You
for real.
could kinda, if you want to look at a tiny, tiny screen and stand in front of that
Yeah.
tiny screen.
Yeah, no, thank you. I would rather be able to hook it up to my TV and and be able to stand up and see what I'm doing. I don't even have a stand for my Switch light, so it'd be like
Yeah.
propped up onto pillows
On
on
the
my bed
bed.
or so. Yeah, that would just be uncomfortable. But yeah, I was just I was shocked by it. I was like, that looks really cool and really interesting. So those were my top picks from the direct, I would say.
I think I have Fitness Boxing 1 and 2 and can confirm it's like DDR with punching.
Nice.
So
I love that. I think
You
that's
know.
great.
yeah. Well, Lacey Pacey, how about you? What were some highlights from the direct?
Yeah. So I also really like the fitness boxing. A friend of mine, she bought kind of like off of Amazon, just like a little boxing pad that you can like put on your wall or something. And I just thought this is so much better than that. Because you're not going to be physically punching something. But it was
Yeah.
like a good like at home workout, guided, fun. I don't know if it offers, I'm sure multiplayer at home, but maybe not online. But I feel like if they expanded to online, that would be really fun.
Yeah.
Even
Like
if you're
the
not with your
stunt
friends.
vibe.
Yeah, branching out and doing something as a group. And kind of to dovetail into that, Pico Park 2, I absolutely love Pico Park. It is such a fun group game that will make you love and hate your friends so much. So to see that more options were brought out is super fun. I know it's available now. I haven't had a chance to download or play it yet. But my group of buddies that I had played Pico Park with before, I mentioned it to them. And so I think we're going to try and link up here in the next few weeks and try it out so I can report back, but I'm sure it'll be
Yay.
similar to Pico Park with the fun and stuff, because some of the levels, like if you have a friend that's a bit of a rascal, they might wait to step on the button to open the door if they're like the last one that's supposed to be going in or something. And so it's just so funny when you get that person that's in your group that's like, you're not going in yet. And so I'm sure Pico Park 2 will have plenty of that. And Jenna, I know you had mentioned Yakuza. I have played Yakuza on PS5 and I'm so excited for it to come to Switch. I think it's going to be really fun if you play through it. It's like it's a cool game.
It was giving me GTA vibes sort of, and
It
that's
is,
why it
yes.
stood out to me. And I literally GTA is the best game ever. I just drive around for ages.
It's so fun. Let's see what else had come through. Goat Simulator was another one that I thought looked so goofy. Oh my gosh, like I think that'll be really fun to play through. And then Date Everything I think sounds like a really good option for Josh when we go for some of those packs.
No.
Yeah.
We'll have to include Servant Nate in the in the campaign to get you to play it. But I mean,
Oh,
it's
boy.
just scary to download it, Josh. It's coming.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may as well buy it now.
Yep.
Get it on
Okay.
sale.
Perfect.
Pre-order it,
Perfect.
actually. Yeah, just pre-order it.
Can't wait to date a toaster. It's gonna be the best.
Yeah.
Gonna be the best. Okay, well, quick little sidebar because you guys are talking about Pico Park, and that sounds like a pretty fun multiplayer game.
Mhm.
And there's this game that I've been seeing go viral on TikTok, and I think it's only on PC, but it looks like a kind of like Among Us, where like, but you have a gun and you're like in an astronaut suit. Have any of you guys seen this game?
I don't
No.
believe so.
What's
Okay.
it called? Is it
I-
a mod?
It's a new game that's like I don't even know the name of it off the top of my head, and I thought maybe if you guys had seen it, like I keep seeing more and more videos, but it's like really funny. Like some of the clips are like what, why are you bringing your color blocks over to my area? And they're like, I just needed to get more. All I have is this useless pistol. And they're like, oh, well, here, try the shotgun. And he hands her a shotgun and she just blasts him.
Oh my gosh.
But then if, so like, it's like Among Us, but I don't think it like stops to have a meeting. You can just, you basically,
Oh.
there's like you are, I guess like the murderer,
Mhm.
or you're
Like murder mystery, kind of.
like the police, I guess. And then you can just start capping people.
That is funny.
Like, but it's the graphics are and it again, like I said, I don't even know the name of it right now. I was just curious if you guys had seen it.
No, I don't
No,
think
and I
uh,
just did a
Only-
quick Google, and there's so many different things that pull up, but they look like
The only viral game I've seen is Dress Impress, so that's like my
There we
go for
go.
you page.
love that.
yes.
Here we
Same.
go. Dress
Post 20
to
yeah,
it.
When's this a
when's the
Roblox
next Dress
invention?
Impress stream? Oh, I am obsessed with Roblox now. I can't stop. It needs to come to Switch.
That would
So-
be fun.
The game's called Lockdown Protocol.
Oh
Wait, no, I've heard of that. Hold
I have
on.
not.
no.
Yeah, it's called Lockdown Protocol, and the clip that I had liked is what I just described, where she's like
I love
messing
this
with the
mini
guy.
game. Oh my, this is my favorite mini game. Sorry.
The one on the video right now, the Mario Party.
Yes. I
Well,
forgot about this one.
that is a great segue. So let's jump into talking
Oh, no,
about.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I just
No, it was
I just
perfect. It was
forget.
perfect. Without you guys, like, it was kind of a curveball just to see if you guys had seen this or not, because I was one that I'm like, I hope this Lockdown Protocol makes its way to Switch. So
Yeah, that would be fun.
I can't get off Roblox TikTok. I'm stuck.
Same.
I won't see anything else for another week.
Oh boy. All right. Well, here comes the sound effect. We'll jump into some Mario Party talk. I picked the DS sound effect because
That was
Man, my
perfect.
childhood, like
That was amazing.
I feel like my body just went into shock.
I love it. Well,
Like, when you accidentally turn on your DS in the middle of the night and don't want your parents to
Yeah.
hear it, and you have the
Hide
volume
it in
full
your
up.
pillow.
Oh, yeah, that kind of just gave me some PTSD, but
that was my
Mark
daughter.
Spoke
In a
so
good
many
way, in a
times
good
to give
way.
me away. My mum would always hear Mario speaking as I close my DS.
Yeah, wouldn't he say like bye bye?
Yeah.
Oh,
she knew. It was so bad.
Well, my daughter was not clever because it would just show me that Princess is online. Like I'm like, I just put you to bed.
It's the bad thing about having a dad that plays games.
Yep.
Don't
Yeah.
get away with it.
No, I usually would just be like, oh, whatever. Just don't tell your mom. So,
Right.
but yeah, those times where you walk in, you hear click click, and you're like,
Yeah.
somebody's playing DS.
Just hear
And then-
ruffling of the covers.
Yeah, and then I'd be jealous because I'm like, man, I wish I'd had a DS when I was a kid. Like,
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a quick little side story. I remember buying a black and white television at a garage sale in my neighborhood. Now, mind you, I lived in the country, so there was not a lot of garage sales. And I carried this thing back quite a ways,
Oh gosh.
set it up on the side of my bed, hooked up my Nintendo to it so that I could play at night. And it only lasted about 3 weeks, and then the thing died, unfortunately. But but that was the extent of my getting to play games in bed. I think I might have borrowed a Game Boy or something a couple
That
times.
was living
but-
large at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But-
Right.
But the problem with Game Boy, if you didn't have the Light Boy, you weren't playing that in a dark room because it had no backlight whatsoever. So
Yep.
Oh.
No, I remember that.
yeah. So well, Mario Party. We're all about Mario Party right now, and so I want to do a little bit of a Q&A about Jamboree, and maybe we can start with that if there's any questions you guys have, and then we'll get into talking about some of our favorite Mario parties. But I was able to go hands-on with Nintendo during PAX, and I can tell you the game was really, really good. Like really, really good.
Better than
So
any
what
of
was
the
your
other
favorite
ones?
part that you saw when you demoed it?
So that's a tough question, honestly. Like, because I liked so much of it. They're basically, I feel like Mario Party in the past has always attempted variety, but in some cases it ends up feeling the same. And in some ways, like when they put everybody in a car together to go around the board, it's like that wasn't a great idea, you know?
Right.
That was my favorite part.
For real?
That's why I loved 9 so much.
Oh, that is so funny. That is that's so funny. Well, what you will get to experience when you play like the Wiggler, I think it's called Wiggler Woods, is the level in one of the levels in Jamboree. There's a Wiggler bell. And if so, like you might like you start the board, and if you take the Wiggler path, you're much closer to the first star. But if somebody lands on the bell space or rings the bell space, the Wiggler wakes up and moves, and then it makes you further from the star.
Woods one and Superstars, when it changes the direction.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Very, very similar to that. And so that was super cool. I think the 20-player mode is going to be is probably my favorite. And I was watching some other people, like some other videos and stuff, and they didn't love the 20-player mode as much as I did. But to me, all I can think about is playing with community and so many people being able to join in at one time.
I'm
And
guessing
so
it's not a board then, and that's probably why people are like, oh, because it's not like really Mario Party when it's not on a board. They're thinking.
it is a
The mini
board.
games. Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah, but
Oh.
like what happened during our run, so there was only 4 of us playing and then 16 bots. I believe that's how our setup was. And so what happened is you do these different mini games, and then when you get I think coins help you go more spaces. So if you watch like the trailer for Jamboree, you'll see all the characters. I believe it's the one where they're in carts and you're trying to go around the board as many times as you can. And so, but then after so many mini games, then you do like a battle against Bowser. Well, if you're the last one to survive, you get like 30 extra points and everybody else loses 30 points.
Oh.
Oh wow, high stakes.
Yeah, so I was way ahead of everybody at the end of our run with this the Coupathlon, I think is what they call it. And so that was just such a fun mode. But then we also mixed it up and did this 8-player mode where you take on it's like Imposter Bowser, and you're on a single map, the level we played anyway, where you're trying to collect bombs while this giant Bowser is running around trying to take you out. And I think you, like, if I remember correctly, you kind of turn into a ghost, or you have a balloon tied to you, or you end up in a bubble, like in the Mario games might have been the case, and you can call for help and your teammates can come and rescue you. And there's 8 people. And once you get 20 bombs into the cannon, it shoots at Bowser. And I think you have like 5 rounds, and then but you have mini games between each cannon blast. that you have to do, and then you can unlock certain power-ups and things like that. So it felt very, very, very different and very fresh, and a way to kind of just advance the series without it just being everything being 4-player all the time. And so so I think my favorite it again, it's so tough because it just felt like all the best parts of Super Mario Party, which wasn't a game that I hated. I just wished it had more
Yeah, I like
features.
it.
Yeah,
It
it just
could've been
needed
better.
online.
It was literally just the Joy-Cons having to be took off that annoyed me because I like playing handheld.
I had
Right.
to buy Joy-Cons because I bought the game without knowing.
Oh, that
Aw.
would be so annoying.
Yeah, I thought I was getting a good deal. It was like $30 at Target, and I was like, "Oop, let me
Oh.
buy it." And then I'm like, there
Aw.
goes more money because I have to buy Joy-Cons now.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that wasn't fun. And then, like you said, the online was just so bad. How like nothing could like I like 100%ing stuff, and like I maxed out my like level in um Mario Party Superstars, and I didn't even like really try with Super Mario Party because like I just feel like the replayability wasn't there because you don't earn any points by playing online. And I'm like, that's just so lame. And I'm like, I hope that the online for Jamboree is a lot better and more like Superstars. That's all I gotta say.
Well, and there was no online at the beginning of Super Mario Party. Like it was like 3 games or something. It was like very, very limited.
And
And
now
then
It's ridiculous.
they added it, and
Awful.
they didn't add it in a good way because if you can't earn any points, like nothing goes towards like your level or score or like coins or whatnot, and like to kind of like 100% like the game. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
None of that goes to your like ending. You know what I'm trying to say. If you play
Yeah.
online, you don't get anything. Is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
You have to play like literally either with someone in person or just play like alone,
Yeah, with
like
bots.
with bots, in order to like you know earn points, and that's so lame.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It
for me, the replayability wasn't there.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah, and so one of the modes in this game is a daily mini game challenge where you jump in and do 4
It's like
mini games.
Yeah,
Oh,
see
fun.
because that'll get you
too
to
is
play it every day.
exactly. I was gonna say even like I obviously from everything I'm saying you could tell that I would prefer Superstars over Super Mario Party. But even
Yeah.
that, like, yeah, I maxed out my level in the game and I don't really have a reason to pick it up anymore. You know, there's no
Yeah.
like the replayability is there's a threshold of it, and you know
It's there when you're with people or like you're in
exactly
the mood for it, but it's not like you're gonna
exactly
pick up the Mario Party every day and be like, "Oh my god, I want to play this every day."
exactly. But that's why for that mini game mode, I think that's great because it gives
Yeah.
replayability to it, and people are going to want to pick it up every day because
'Cause
they
it's
want
like a
to
challenge. It's like
exactly
you have to
exactly.
do this.
Hmm.
Once you're told to do something, like you're not gonna not like once you're getting like some sort of challenge, you're not gonna be like,
Right,
no. Like you're
right.
gonna want to see if you can do it.
And they do it very well to where it's not always like sometimes it's 1 versus 3 even on this daily one. Sometimes it's, everybody, it's a free for all. Sometimes it's 2 versus 2, and they're very much, the games feel fresh. They don't all feel like reskins. And so that's another thing that that I feel really helps with this one. And so
Except for the like shopping mall kind of map, it looks so
mm,
cute with Peach going up the escalator. She looked so cute.
Coconut Mall.
Yeah.
Sorry.
and that wasn't a level that we were able to play.
Aw.
They didn't have that, but they only had the Wiggler one available for us. So
That's the one I'm excited for. Wiggler I love though. Wiggler is my bae.
and the thing is just even the that one map, it felt new. Like it did not. So
Well,
I feel like for so many years with Mario Party, it's just been like, it's like, oh, this is another reskin of.
yeah, and especially
Right.
with Superstars, because all the mini games are just like, well, not all, but like it's just old
Yeah.
from old Mario parties. Like it's not
It's like a
new.
collection. It's a
Everything.
collection,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it's good to have, but it's not like it's a brand new game. It's
Right.
literally just like an essentially remix.
Right.
Yeah, and the series has been here long enough now that it's like, they could
Yeah.
just continue adding DLC to just make this a massive, massive Mario Party game that ends up putting,
Yeah.
most of the boards and, like just make it a big collection. I think it would be great. But I mean, even right out of the right off the bat, it feels like so much more Mario Party than we've seen from any of the other games.
And that's
Does
good.
it feel like a Mario Party though?
It honestly feels like it totally feels like a Mario Party, but it feels like the Mario Party I've been waiting for a very long time.
Mm.
That's good because that's what I was gonna say. I kind of don't like with Super Mario Party how they went in kind of like a different direction. Like I wish they had
Yeah.
kind of stayed with like the numerical names like Mario Party 8, Mario Party 10. You know what I mean? I wish they kind of kept
love
going with it.
that.
Yeah. But like I feel like the Super Mario Party didn't really feel like a Mario Party to me. And this being like Super Mario Party Jamboree, I hope that it kind of goes in the traditional direction and feels more like a Mario Party, but just with like that fresh new like exciting look and games and whatnot. But I'm glad to know that it feels like a Mario Party from someone who's played it,
I think Super Mario Party lacked a little bit because of everything being Joy-Con.
Right, yeah.
And I've never that's what turned me off from a lot of Wii games was like, I don't want to do motion control. I want to hold a controller like a regular console, regular game.
Right.
And this one allows that. We did not when you go into the 4-player map, it was with a Joy-Con. I don't know if that's the only way you can play that, but when we did with like a single Joy-Con, but when we did every other mode, it was with a Pro controller.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know then.
Yeah. Yeah. And because the other thing that you how you can like punch your fist to like hit your block, they have you do that kind of stuff in the opening mini game, but I don't know that it's
yeah, you have to do it.
that you're gonna have to do that.
I did like that. I
Mhm.
liked doing that. That was like it gave me like Wii vibes, but I just did not like the mini games being motion control. Like every single one that drove me insane. Well, I don't know if it was every single one, but it's just too much effort even playing it.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
I'm too lazy.
I mean, it's not
Just
even
need a
that.
game
It's
that's just button clicking.
I mean, some of them were like that, but still, like you have to use the Joy-Cons
Yeah.
and again, it sucks because a lot of again, it's not like Super Mario Party was a bad game or a bad Mario Party,
Yeah.
but and again, the mini they had some really fun mini games on there.
And the Joy-Cons aren't comfortable, like to hold for that amount of time. Like realistically,
Yeah.
just a single one, it is not comfortable to play.
Yeah, I just feel like they could have just made it better. So I hope that Jamboree
Yeah.
kind of perfects Super Mario Party.
I do think there are you can see even on the box art like Bowser and Toad and there's one other character. They're flipping pancakes and Bowser's are burnt. And so if you guys remember in Super Mario Party where you had to flip the steak,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, I love that one.
I
That
did
was fun.
too. I did too. And so there can be elements of fun, but when you're forced to do that the whole time, it can be off. And I will say that nobody does steak like Mario Party because there is another steak game in Jamboree, and you have to work as a team to cut the steak perfectly in half
Oh my
Oh
my
gosh.
wow,
God.
that's fun.
So you're basically holding a saw, and you have to walk in such a way that you think is going to be a half and half. But you know how steak is shaped, right? Like one end might be fatter, one end might be narrower, and so yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
That's fun. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, the other mini game we played that was 2v2 is you had to step on a button and it would turn the center of the board essentially, or the like the mini game, and it was either a bomb, or if it wasn't a bomb, it was coins, and you wanted it to stop on your side with the coins. So like if every person jumped on their button, the thing would spin 4 times. And so you'd have to watch and be like, okay, like we need 3, right? Or we need 1 to at least get a coin. And then there's more coins each round, but then there's also more bombs. So it gets to the point to where it's like, are you jumping off at the last second so that it hurts the people you're playing against, or you try like it's such a mind game that it just made it really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Any other questions before we just get into just some of our favorite Mario parties?
I don't really know what to ask.
Oh, you're good. It totally fine.
I kind of don't want to ask. I want to be
Yeah, it's like a good
surprised. You know what I
surprise.
mean? Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it. Well, what maybe what were some of your first and your favorite Mario parties? Lacey, you want to kick this one off?
Yeah, sounds good. I really loved Mario Party on N64, and I was going through. I love how they have it on Nintendo Switch Online. So I actually this past weekend or maybe it was a week and a half ago, regardless, was playing with a friend of mine using Nintendo Switch Online. She didn't know that the Mario parties had been added and that you could play online with friends there.
I love that.
And so it was just so fun to kind of like step back into history with her, and go through some of the old maps, and the graphics are so similar, like they just kind of poured it onto, a modern setup. And we played a bunch of mini games. It was so frustrating because we kept being separated into differing teams. We both kept getting teamed up with a computer. But one of the fun ones that we did, oh gosh, I think we did Mario Party 2 when we played together. And the one that just made me laugh so hard was Hand Car Havoc, where you're trying to steer on the little railway, and she kept flying off the side of it. And I just said, "You're not leaning the right way. Like you have to be on top of that. You can't lean the way that you're going." And she just kept falling off and kept being like, was just frustrated that it kept happening to her, and then I was able to just skate easily to the ending. And then I was looking through some of, my favorites of all time mini games from some of the older Mario parties. Facelift, where you get to, just like squeeze and move. I think it's like sometimes it's Bowser, sometimes it's Mario.
Yes, yes.
Stretch his face out. I just love those so much. And I think that some of the games that were on, I can't remember if Superstars or whichever, one of the more recent ones, the steak ones are so fun because they just make me hungry. Like getting that Wagyu steak perfectly cooked on all sides just like would make my mouth water. And I think Nintendo does food so well. I don't know, like there's just so many fun ones that I'm looking through. I'm just on like a site right now, it's like scrolling through. And I think some of the other ones that are fun are like when you have to build, I think one of them is like a shaved ice tower that you have to build. So you're like, kind of like doing your arm in a circle, like shaving ice, and it's building like who can build the tallest tower. And I think there might be a similar one from a previous game that's like a sand equivalent, and you have to build like the tallest sand tower. Just so fun. And something else I really loved was, the different raft games that they have that are like part of the Mario Party and like different avenues. There are some that are more rhythm based. I think that, there's just so much that I do keep going back to that I think is just so fun because when you're away from it for a little bit, it feels like kind of coming home. And so it's just nice to step back into history, step back into a more like modern take on some of the older games. And I'm excited to see what Jamboree does with an even fresher take, especially with a lot of the higher usability with, the 6 and the 20 player. But I just think that they've got a lot of really good things to build upon. Like they've started with something really strong and have nothing else to do but build on top of it. So I just love Mario Party so much and can't wait to see where it goes.
I love that. It's so great. Joe, how about you? What are some of your favorites?
So I don't really know because the first Mario Party I played was on the GameCube, and I don't know which one it was because my neighbors owned it, and we would like borrow it sometimes. But I don't know which one it was. But that was like my first exposure to Mario Party, and
Did it have
I
a
just,
microphone?
I don't remember honestly.
Oh, okay.
I genuinely I don't remember. I was like, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6. So I really have no recollection, but I I have fond memories of like playing it, and then I didn't play a Mario Party again until I think maybe on the Wii, and I would play it at another neighbor's house because at the time I still didn't have a Wii myself. So I never had the game itself for my own Wii. So then when I got my Switch, I got Superstars and I was able to play all like the classics and stuff. So that's why I would say Superstars because it's like what I have the most experience with. I'd say that's my favorite. And when it comes to like the mini games, I don't know. I feel like they're all so good. I love them. Oh, I'm trying to think of one that really stands out to me. I also am a fan of the facelift one. I think that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Squid Games one, the like cookie cutter, but you're on the drill.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, right?
I love that one. Even though I'm not the best at it, I think that one's really fun to do. And sometimes you get so mad because like a bot will beat you and they'll have the worst outlining possible, and somehow they score better than you do. Um, so it's kind of rigged sometimes, but I think that's the fun of it. I really like that one.
I love that. I love that. Jenna, how about you? What were some of your favorites?
My favorite was definitely Mario Party 9, and it was actually the first one I ever played, and probably really like the only one I played up until I got my Switch.
Mm-hmm.
It was my favorite game ever. Like just even on the way, it was my favorite game. I don't know what it was about it. It was the car, and I always see people hate on Mario Party 9, and it's my favorite. I don't get it. So, but the mini games are so good. Like I actually forgot how many good ones there was. I just kind of looked it up to remind myself. There's so many. Like the bowling one, and like counting the Goombas going into the Toads' houses and cutting the wood. And I think there was a game show kind of mini game as well. I remember loving it, but I'm actually like shocked at how many mini games I actually remember now. It was it was just such a childhood game of mine, and we always played it. Me, my brother, and my mum. So it's definitely my favorite.
I love that. I love that. I think it could be your favorite because you didn't experience where you were like going to the board separately, like until later. So that makes, I mean, it makes perfect sense.
See,
If it
I
was
think
your,
it was because you could like get different cars for it and stuff, and like it was like the customization. I just love that in games.
yeah, I love that. It's amazing. It's amazing. And what's funny is for me, like on Superstar, I love the raft one where you just go down
Yeah.
down the river together
Mhm.
and then do
Yeah.
mini games along the way. Like I
I
thought,
love that one too.
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was well done. And it within Superstar, my favorite little mini game is that baseball game that's like over to the side kind of where it looks like an old arcade machine. Do you guys know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I think I know what you're on about.
Which one was that on?
It's on Superstar. I'm sorry, it's on Super Mario Party, not Superstar. It's on Super Mario Party.
Yeah, I know what. Yeah, I know what it is.
So the exact same game without the Mario aesthetic is on Clubhouse Games, where it's like an old-fashioned arcade baseball. I'm talking with like springs and gears, where like basically you only can move your fielder left to right, and they all move at the same time.
I don't think I've done that. I'm probably gonna try that out tonight. I'm like, because I have it downloaded. I don't think we've ever done that. Yeah, and because I had to be a loser and Google it, it was like, yeah, it's a hidden base, exactly what you're explaining. And I never saw it. Like, did I not explore that part? So there's a piece of it that I'm missing, which is really cool because there are people like me that just don't do those things until we listen to informed people like you.
No, I don't think
the
I
most
knew
out of their
about it
game that
either.
they've owned for 2+ years. That's so cool.
It honestly has it probably got more time. Like I remember just sitting on the like even recently sitting on the couch with my daughter and just playing the baseball game. And so it's like it's more fun than it should be. And especially if you have somebody to play against, like just 1v1, it's a good time because the pitching is a little bit tricky. It's not just like, just throw it and it only goes one way. You can do curveballs and you can, and I don't know, it just has I
actually forgot about the baseball game. You've reminded me about that.
Yeah.
It is so good.
Yep. Yeah. It's fun. And so that's up there on my list for sure. But I mean, I go all the way back to the very first Mario Party, and I remember my cousin getting a massive blister in the center of her hand from trying to spin the N64 controller as fast as possible.
Now that they add that when I was playing with my friend, it said specifically, do not place your hand on top of the Joy-Con or the console controller or whatever. And I mean, that didn't stop me. There was one mini game. I needed it. Like, I'm sorry. It's called strategy.
Yep. Yeah, right. No doubt. So, but I mean, the game has been so creative through the years, and sometimes it took risks that didn't pan out, and other times it would. And there was a microphone. I don't know if you guys remember in like Mario Party 4 or 5 on the GameCube, you hooked a microphone up to it, and there were different mini games that used the microphone, like, and it just a really funny item, and then you'd get into the DS Mario parties and 3DS Mario parties, and that would change things with the stylus and the touchscreen. And
yeah, I wasn't a fan of the ones on the DS or the 3DS. I don't know why.
I remember. I know I have like, I don't know. It's a tropical Mario Party on the 3DS, but the one I don't have on 3DS is like
there's like a Star Rush or something, and like there's a few on 3DS, I think.
There's one that's just a collection of it's like 100+ mini games.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Just it has been a series that has been very near and dear to my heart, and I think for most of us, it's a game that allows us to connect and play with 4 people, and now it's going to be a game that allows us to connect and play with 20 people or 8 people, depending on.
I even love playing it just on my own with the bots. Or even just online. It's really wholesome. It's like a cozy game for me.
I think my daughter's the same way. She stole my Super Mario Party, and like I'm just I was watching her sit on my couch and play it, and I was like, "Hey, what are you gonna give me that back?" And she was like, "Probably not."
Real.
Right. I'm thinking of putting on my Wii and sticking on Mario Party 9.
Do it.
I don't know, because graphics on this TV are awful with the Wii. So
it'll be
dodgy.
Fun. Try it.
Yeah,
I say do it.
Yeah, I think I might. 1 in the morning, but oh well.
YOLO.
Well, right. And I'm even looking through. I have my DS games handy. I don't see my Mario Party in this, so she probably stole that one too.
She's just ringing it. She's ringing you. She's planned this before you left. She's like, nope, I'll take all the Mario Party.
Yep, there it is.
Get them back.
Right. So, well, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. It's been great. Just chatting, getting ladies' night back. Lacey, I'll start with you. Is there anything you want to shout out or have anybody follow you anywhere?
No, I'm Lacey Pacey pretty much everywhere. Feel free to follow. Nothing too exciting. I just like to post when I do fun podcasts like this, but nothing else going on, and hope everyone has a great day.
And Joe, how about you?
If you would like to sob with me about Pocket Camp, you can find me at I don't know if I should even say my name right now in the Discord, but if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you'll find me. I'm Joe, and I am in 64 Josh Discord. Let me know if you're a fan of Pocket Camp, and I have a screen recording of my campsite if you would like to see it.
Love it.
That's amazing. And Jenna, how about you?
If you don't hate Mario Party 9, you can find me in Josh's Discord at Giggle Pants.
At Giggle Pants, yes, the name that started it all. So
Yes.
I've created something bad.
No, we love it.
Bad trend.
We do. We love it. So, all right, guys, thank you so much, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye now.